Say you're an
Oliver
editor.
Pandori. I filmed the party scene, and I did most of the rough cuts for editing.
I'm Michelle Perea, and I did most of the editing, and yeah, I filmed the party scene too.
I'm Jordan Bjorklund. I filmed and mostly edited the crash scene. And this is the DVTV every 15 minutes 2015 editor's commentary.
I'm Jessica. I'm 16 years old. I'm in the Performing Arts Academy at Deer Valley.
What? We didn't edit this.
Molly, you edited this?
I edited this.
Really?
Oh god.
My name's Karina. I edit the interviews. We just wanted to, it was basically like easy editing. We just put all the questions together, got my questions out the way, and just put their answers. Pretty simple.
Pretty simple. Definitely some color correction issues that we had to do. Of course, different skin colors. Jessica, we had to basically lower her alpha levels for sure.
I really like the party scene, like the colors that we had. It looks pretty cool, but on the big screen in the gym, it was kind of dark, but...
We had to add a lot of jump cuts to make it seem a little more packed.
They don't make very good choices when they go to that.
Or more, not packed, but more energetic.
Yeah.
And a big thing with this whole video, in fact, especially in the party scene and the rescue scene, was audio. The audio is jumping back and forth because you don't want to have the audio cut in and out because it sounds bad. But then again, you have people cutting in and out from different settings. Over here, we have them in the middle of the party, and then in a second, we're gonna have them pulled to the side. But you don't want the audio to be cutting and jumping all over the place because it pulls away from the realism and the feel of the story.
I like hanging out with all my friends.
I don't know what else to say.
Wait, here
you
comes.
just summed it all
Oh my
up.
god, that editing.
She says, "Getting drunk." I was tempted to put subtitles right there because people. She was so nervous to say it. We could barely get her to say it. It was pretty funny.
She didn't know what to say. She was like, "Am I allowed to say certain things?" You're allowed.
Yeah. We told her she should keep it realistic because I mean the whole idea is that we're supposed to kind of keep it how our high school really is. And see over here we have kind of this. It's not. I'm not gonna say it's a continuity error, but you know they were walking.
They were stopped.
Yeah, and then they weren't walking. But what are you gonna do? And also the lighting is definitely
well.
good.
Yeah, because yeah, it just worked out really well for two shots.
Yeah. And then this, yeah, we actually had
How small the party.
We had to digital zoom this in because it was actually a really wide shot, and you can see how small the party really was. There was only about like what, 15 people there.
I know, I really liked when we edited Taryn and Jared talking on the phone because we switched the audio depending on where he was. Because like we had Taryn like listen to the radio, and then we had Jared coming back with the party music that's been playing throughout the video. Yeah.
Giving bad advice.
Yeah, giving terrible advice. Honestly, I would never just jump in a car with a film driver.
So,
Did you guys already talk about this in shooting?
Just talk about the editing kind of aspects to it.
okay, you can calm down.
We had to take out him stepping on the shot glass because Savannah laughed really hard. Not even a second after that.
Yeah. And then kind of just have her being belligerently drunk here.
Right here we used high beams on a car.
Yeah, to light the scene. It was a pain in the butt to light all this. I mean, not much of an editor's comment, but let's see here.
Editor's comment, we put the, how do you say it? Ambience?
We put ambient.
Yeah,
Oh.
you can't really hear it, but
Yeah, no, you can definitely hear it. The ambience kind of
make
goes.
it like creepy.
Yeah, it makes it creepy right here. One of the misfortunes I wish we kind of blended this together better is that the ambience cuts out here and then it goes to music.
Yeah.
But as it goes to music here, one of the things we tried to keep in mind when you're in the drunk driver's car, we wanted to keep the shots kind of swaying back and forth. And as you can see, she's actually driving really fast. And here, the shots are kind of still. And you can see her driving really conservatively. Part of that has to do with the fact that she doesn't even have a license. She never actually drove, which is ridiculous that we did that. But as you can see here, camera kind of sways in front of her face, gets all up in there. This car was actually a bit more quiet than we wanted it to be. But I mean, they're quiet kids, I guess. Here, this is the big money shot right here. Goes slams into the car. Bam. Oh, beautiful. That's actually, you can see an airbag explode in there. One of my favorite things that we did is, I had her, when her body flinched back from the crash, I had this bone crunching sound that just made it like that more gruesome. Every little sound that I put in was just like, it just kind of all came together to make it seem brutal.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
That scene we had to film backwards because we had to get the sun coming up because it was during nighttime then. When we actually had to do the event, it was during the morning.
Yeah. We basically shot this whole thing and edited this whole thing within the span of about 13 hours, which started from about, 8:30 in the morning. We did, the event happened at about 9:30.
We started editing at like 10.
Yeah. Yeah. The event happened at about like 9:30. Ended probably about 10:30. We just literally just hit the books, hit the computers, and we just edited for a good 12 hours maybe.
Yeah, it's probably the longest we've ever been editing.
It's probably the longest we've all been together in the same
I
room.
know.
It was fun. It was, all like
It was
bonding.
bonding.
It was definitely fun. It was like a school trip.
But like afterwards, it was just crazy. Like everyone just want to knock out after it. And then the food was like.
Oh, the food was fun. Food was crap.
Everyone was like sick after. Like I was feeling fine, but like right when I before I go home, I'm like, oh my god, something bad is gonna happen.
That nasty food is giving me mixed emotions because I was starving.
There was a lot of junk food.
There's a lot of junk.
Yeah.
We had some like
interviews because it's.
Just talk about how the audio was hella annoying to like how it would change from scene to scene, you know?
Yeah, we had to put in like every shot there was a transition for the audio because it was like the helicopter and then the things to like or like the sirens and everything. We had to all the machines. We had to blend it in together so it would be like one almost continuous rather than super choppy. And also filming or like it's hard when you're doing the interviews and putting the B-roll of the the accident over because we didn't know if we wanted to keep the audio from the accident or just lower it down. So
we kind of never really made a decision. We kind of just did it differently.
We mixed it up,
each one.
yeah.
Mixed it up. We just did what sounded best, really.
yeah.
But yeah, because the problem is when every shot, when we're shooting this, we're shooting it live. It's happening live, and we can't tell people to rewind it and do something again. You know, it's all happening. It's gonna happen once, and that's it. So when we shoot everything, there's different machines working at the same time or at different times. Like the Jaws of Life will be working one scene, and then the next scene it'll be the Saw. So the audio cuts back and forth, and because there's the constant cuts of audio, it takes away from the whole kind of scariness of it all. So we just basically it was crossfades galore across the audio timeline. It just crossfade.
Oh, look, DVTV right there.
Yeah, we also had to avoid being inside of our own shots, so definitely had to cut out a lot of shots because of that.
Transitions were hard too because you see it cut to like the coroner's van and then to the interviews and everything. We didn't know how to do the transitions, so we just let it cut. I guess
we just got the most tragic shot of Miss Stark crying.
I know this was.
I like it. Looks good.
Especially she's a teacher, so
Yeah.
she knows all the students.
I don't think she knew that Jared was the one who was going to die.
She did.
Yeah,
She just knew he was involved.
Yeah, this whole thing, because there's some students who are involved, but they're not really that involved. You know, they stay across the water park for a night, and that's it. They write a letter to their mom, but that's it. I mean, Jared was dead. I mean, he died. Like he was out there dead, or looking like he was dead. Oh, and then this was a really good sequence, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't put this together.
I just wish. Never mind.
It's kind of cool, a good shot of the close up of the feet. And then, of course, when it turns around and he says that you killed your friend, it really kind of hits hard. Especially when she's talking about like her dreams, volleyball. You see her as like this innocent girl, because I mean, in real life, that's what she really is. But you kind of see what happens. It's almost in a way. Your persona, you turn into a monster when you drink and drive, and all this is happening. You turn into a villain. I mean, look right here. It says you killed your friend.
Yeah,
and look at her
everyone
face.
was booing, or no, everyone was cheering when she got handcuffed. So you can hear it a little bit at the very end of the clip.
I'm really excited about just growing closer with everyone, and senior year is gonna be
Yeah,
great.
it's sort of in this sequence, Jessica's sequence, it was hard figuring out what to do with the audio in the hospital. We figured that we would just tone it down like a few decibels so that, because they were like actually talking, and then you can hear the person say that she's dead, so we figured to keep that in.
That twitch.
Oh yeah, that twitch.
Post-death twitch.
Creepy.
Looks at the camera.
Yeah, he definitely did
I don't
break
know
the
if that
fourth
was on
wall.
purpose.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, sometimes people don't look at the camera, but it looks like they do, and it's like the equivalent. You might as well look at the camera,
Yeah,
right? But
Savannah looked in the camera a lot, so we had to take out a lot of shots that.
Really?
she looked
yeah,
in.
we had to be really careful.
the only shots they were allowed to look in the camera was the interviews. We wanted them to look right at you. You know, it's like they're talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drive a car. I'm just excited about moving forward, about being better, about learning more.
The juxtaposition of the interviews and the tragic incidents that are happening is really like it really invokes a lot of emotion in people, seeing that like they want to like live these lives and have these successful dreams and everything, and then but the reality is that they just can't do it anymore due to the consequences of drinking and driving.
Yeah. I think I didn't edit this part. I think you did or something.
Yeah, editing this was it was there was so much going on. We didn't know what to put, what to leave out, and we like transitions as well. We didn't know whether to add any or not.
That shot, yeah,
That was a good shot. So
Really
fade
like
to black, and then to the interviews.
And then we cut to this. You can notice more canted angles, kind of turned to the side, kind of makes it a little bit more creepy.
This is a good.
This is, yeah,
shot
I would say if there was any third money shot, that would be it right there. Of course, the flashback back to the accident, right there, you can see that salt.
Yeah, we had to do that black and white to remember it's in flashback.
Yeah.
Close it.
Just close it. Like a little. More black and white. Now that I think about it, I feel like we should have played that in slow motion. Even cool.
Yeah.
But
It's already in black and white.
It's not, yeah. I know. It just looks cooler sometimes. Let's see here. So, I don't really have many editors. There's not really.
It was just.
Didn't the coroner say something? He was like, "This is fun" or something.
Yeah.
In the background.
God.
They have to be like the audio.
That guy's creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
What if he sees this?
I don't know, man. Look at his eyes. I mean,
Honestly,
Part of
looking
the
at this
job,
footage,
part
I
of the
thought
job.
he was just like a really quiet man,
Yeah,
and then
but-
Ian told me he was cracking so many jokes.
Yeah. So I guess
you can
we have
see-
to take out the audio of that.
you can really see, especially that last shot and this shot. That's a dumb's foot, you know. That's probably part of the problem. I was almost contemplating putting like a blur on the shot, almost make it look like it's out of focus, so you can't
that'd make it
tell.
more
But
obvious.
oh yeah, and then you can see a bunch of dead bodies. Oh damn, is that?
Those are real.
That's a real dead body on the very right of the screen.
God bless you. It's in there.
Hey, wait, did you guys notice? Did you guys notice how the doorknob glows? So that's creepy. What it